The Last of the Dragons is a story of love, adventure, sword fighting, horseplay, product placement, kids dressed like animals, animals dressed like kids. No! But spoilers!
Oh, but the dragon doesn't eat the princess yet.
The Last of the Dragons premieres Friday, March 19th, 7 p.m. Pacific Time on Journey Theater's YouTube channel.
Thank you so much for watching Journey Theater's production of the Shakespeare comedy Much Ado About Nothing. We're so glad to have you with us as we keep students like me performing and collaborating together. This film project has been a challenging and fun opportunity for us to try something new. Journey is a nonprofit theater organization that is dedicated to seeing kids and families grow in character and purpose. So would you please consider donating below to help that happen? Just click the link at any time. Thank you so much again for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy Much Ado About Nothing.
Opportunity. That's what Shakespeare's talking about in that passage. Now, Shakespeare may have never been on COVID lockdown, but he certainly saw his theater close because of the plague several times. And like us, he had to find ways to get creative. Shakespeare used that time to write some pretty famous sonnets. Here at Journey, we have used this time to help our students focus on their acting skills and try something really new to us. Something we would not have done in any other time, making a movie.
And making a film is no small undertaking, and we tried to make the process of creating this film as close to the real thing as possible. With over 40 hours of filming over an 8-day period, our cast and crew, made up of students ages 15 to 18, came at this project with little to no film experience. Yet over 40% of this film was shot by a student cameraman. The cast learned how to act on film rather than stage, which is very different. Our crew learned completely different jobs than they might do for a stage show, and we learned, we hope, how to tell a coherent story from behind a camera. We had to get really creative to find ways to film this show while abiding by COVID restrictions, getting shots that make you think that actors are close to each other when they may not even be in the same room.
And when our clear masks didn't arrive in time to start filming, we got creative where we could, used masks when needed, and switched to the clear masks when they arrived, trusting that you would forgive the lack of continuity when you could see the actors' faces.
We have to say, it felt so good to be back with these amazing kids, creating something that we didn't know we could create. We're so proud of this cast and crew.
So Shakespeare might say, we have taken the current when it served and learned so much from the opportunity.
Thanks for watching.
I learned in this letter that Petra comes this night.
She was not 3 leagues off when I left her.
I pray you, is Signor Montanto returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady. There was none in the army of any sort.
What does you ask for, niece?
My cousin means Signor Benedict.
Oh, he's returned, and as pleasant as he ever was.
I pray you, how many hath he killed in these wars? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
He hath done good service in these wars, lady.
Yea, he is a valiant trencherman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
You must not mistake my niece. You see, there is a type of merry war betwixt Signor Benedict and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
I see, lady. The gentleman is not in your books.
No, and he were, I would burn my study.
I find here that Petra hath bestowed much honor on a young Florentine called Claudio.
Much deserved on his part, and equally as remembered by Petra. He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing the figure of a lamb the feats of a lion. Indeed, Signor Benedict is in most company with the right noble Claudio.
Oh Lord, he will hang upon him like a disease. God help the noble Claudio. If he hath caught the Benedict, it will cost him 1,000 pounds ere he be cured.
Petra is approached.
Good Leonata, you are come to meet your trouble, for the fashion of the world is to avoid cost, and you encounter it.
Never came trouble to my house in the likeness of your grace.
You embrace your charge too willingly.
Let me bid you welcome, my lady. Being reconciled to your sister, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Signor Claudio, Signor Benedict, my dear friend Leonata hath invited you all. I tell her we shall stay at least a month, and she heartily prays some occasion may detain us longer. I think this is your daughter?
She hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, ma'am, that you asked her?
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What, my lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she hath such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain if you come in her presence.
Then is courtesy a turncoat, for I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted. And I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women. They would else have been troubled by a pernicious suitor. I had rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twere a face such as yours were.
You are a rare parrot teacher.
A bird of my tongue's better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse have the speed of your tongue. But keep your way in God's name. I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. I know you of old.
Benedict, didst thou note the daughter of Lady Leonata?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into.
In mine eye, she's the sweetest lady that I ever looked upon.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. There's your cousin, and she were not possessed with a fury, exceeds her as much in beauty as the 1st of May doth the last of December. But I hope you have no intention to turn husband, do you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I had sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
Is come to this? Shall I never see a bachelor of 60 again? Go to in faith.
What secret hath held you here that you followed not with Leonata?
I would your grace would constrain me to tell.
I charge thee on thy allegiance.
On my allegiance. He is in love. With who? Mark how short his answer is. With Hero, Leonata's short daughter.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
And thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks. I will not do them the wrong to mistrust any, but I will do myself the right to trust none. I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee ere I die look pale with love.
With anger, with sickness, or with hunger, my captain, not with love.
Repair thee to Leonata. Commend me to her and tell her I will not fail her at supper, for indeed she hath made great preparation.
Hath Leonata any son, my lady?
No child but Hero, she's the only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lady, when you went onward upon this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye, but now I'm returned, and war thoughts have left their places vacant, and in their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is.
If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it. I know we shall have revelling tonight. I will assume thy part and tell fair Hero. In seclusion I'll unclasp my heart and take her hearing prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. Then after to her mother will I break, and the conclusion is she shall be thine.
Out of measure sad. I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. There's no measure in the occasion that breeds. Therefore, the sadness is without limit.
Yea, but you have of late stood out against your sister, and she hath nearly taken you into her grave.
I had rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in her grace. Though I cannot be said to be a flattering, honest woman, it must not be denied, but I am a plain-dealing villain.
Can you make no use of your discontent?
I make all use of it, for I use it only. What news, Braccio?
I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve for any model to build mischief on?
Mary, it is your sister's right hand.
Who? The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
A proper squire. And two, which way looks he?
On Hero, the daughter and heir of Leonata.
This may prove food to my displeasure. That young startup hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I cross him anyway, I bless myself every way. You are both sure and will assist me.
To the death, my lady. not Claudio here at supper? I saw him not.
He were an excellent sort that were made just in the midway between him and Benedick. The one is too like an image and says nothing. The other too like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattling.
By my troth, niece, thou will never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
For the which blessing I am upon my knees every morning and evening. I could not endure a husband with a beard on his face.
You may light on a husband that hath no beard. And what should I do with him?
He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man. Now, he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he who is less than a man, I am not for him.
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
Not till God make men of some other metal than earth.
Lady, can you walk about with your friend?
Will you not tell me who told you so?
No, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful? That I had my good wit? Why, this was Signor Benedick that said so.
What's he?
I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not I. Believe me, I pray you. What is he?
Why, he is the captain's jester. A very dull fool. His only gift is in devising impossible slanders. He both pleases men and angers them. And then they laugh at him and beat him.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do. We must follow the leaders.
In every good thing.
That is Claudio.
Are not you Signor Claudio?
I am he.
Signor, you are very near my sister. Know you that Benedick is enamored on Hero and hath engaged Petra to break with him about it? I pray you, dissuade my sister from this suit. Signor Benedick is no equal for Hero's birth.
How do you know he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection. He swore he would marry her tonight.
'Tis certain. The captain woos for Benedict. Friendship is constant in all things save affairs of love. Farewell, therefore, hero.
I'm no good at the Heartfelt ballad. I can't just sing to you what I feel. I'm no good at the Heartfelt ballad. My mouth's still shut, needs time to heal. Feelings are gross, belong in the dark. Yet still they grow, they were just.
Well, I would you did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have too many ill qualities.
Which is one?
I say my prayers out loud.
I love you the better. May the heroes cry, Amen.
I can't just sit and do what I feel.
God match me with a good dancer.
Amen.
God keep him out of my sight when the dance is done.
Needs time to heal. Fantasizing, tantalizing, always crying, but pleasing all the way. Daydreams get me through.
Stop it!
Fairy lights, you start to dream underneath the stars with me. Then I wake up. Oh, I'm too good at the Heartfelt ballad. I've planned it in my head like 1,000 times. Oh, I'm too good at the Heartfelt ballad. Just one thing's wrong, you're still not mine.
Count Claudio.
Yea, the same.
The captain.
Hath got your hero. I wish you joy of her. I pray you leave me. If it will not be, I'll leave you.
Not that many. It's gonna be numbers. It's our living room. Probably less than even this price. Yeah. I'm trying to convince her to get lanterns. That'd be so nice. That'd be great. Now, senor, where's the Count? Have you seen him?
I found him here melancholy. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of this young lady here.
The Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel to you. A gentleman told her she is much wronged by you.
No, she misused me past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the captain's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me that I stood like a man at a mark with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks Pawnees. Every word stabs. Now, if her breath were as bad as her terminations, there would be no living near her. She would infect to the North Star.
Oh, look, here she comes.
Will your grace commend me now any service to the world's end? I will fit you a toothpicker now from the furthest inch of Asia, rather than hold freewards conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me?
None but to desire your good company.
Now, Captain, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You have lost the heart of Senor Benedict.
Indeed, my lady. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for a single one. Married once before, he won it of me with false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I have lost it.
You have put him down, lady. You have put him down.
So I would, not he should do me, my lady, lest I prove the mother of fools. I brought Count Claudio, whom you sent me to seek.
Why, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my captain.
How then? Sick?
Neither, my lady.
Captain is neither sad nor sick, but something of a jealous complexion.
If he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I've wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. I've broke with her mother, and her goodwill obtained, and God give you joy. Count, take me of my daughter, and with her my fortunes. Speak, Count. 'Tis your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours. I give away myself to you and dote upon the exchange.
Speak, cousin. Or if you cannot, stop his mouth with a kiss and let him not speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Yea, Captain. I thank it, poor fool. It keeps on the windy side of care.
And to be merry best becomes you, for at a question you were born in a merry hour.
No, sure, Captain. My mother cried. But then there was a star danced, and under that was I born.
Thus goes everyone to the world but I may sit in a corner and cry, hey ho for a husband. Cousins, God give thee joy.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady, yet she cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
Oh, by no means. She mocks all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedict. Count Claudio, when we need to go to church?
Tomorrow.
Oh, not till Monday, my dear son. That time too brief, too. The time will not go dully by us. I will in the interim undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to bring Signor Benedict and the Lady Beatrice into a mountain of affection the one with the other, if you three will but minister such assistance as I shall give you direction. My lady, I am for you.
And I, my captain.
And you too, gentle hero? I will do any modest office, my lady, to help my cousin to a good husband. I will teach you how to humor your cousin, that you shall fall in love with Benedict, and I, with your two helps, will so practice with Benedict that you shall fall in love with Beatrice. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory shall be ours, for we are the only love gods.
It is so. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonata.
Yea, my lady, but I can cross it.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your ladyship a year since how much I am in favor of Margaret, awaiting gentlewoman to Hero.
What life is in that to be the death of this marriage?
Draw Petra and Claudio alone. Tell them that you know that Hero loves me. They will scarcely believe this without trial. Offer them instances which shall bear no less likelihood than to see me at her chamber window. Hear Margaret call me Claudio. Hear me term Margaret Hero. And bring them to see this the night before the intended wedding. And there shall appear such seeming truth of Hero's disloyalty that all the preparation overthrown.
Be cunning in the working of this, and thy fee is 1,000 ducats.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. Yet such a man is Claudio. May I be so converted? I think not. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come into my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be of what color it please God.
Come, Claudio, shall you walk with me?
Yea, my captain. How still the morning is, as hushed on purpose to give grace harmony.
Ha! Petra and Monsieur love. I will hide me.
See you where Benedict hath hid himself?
Oh, very well, my captain.
Come hither, Leonata. What was it you told me of today? That your niece Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedict?
I did not think that lady would have loved any man.
Is't possible? Sits the wind in that corner?
I cannot tell what to think of it, but that she loves him with an enraged affection. It is past the infinite of thought. You amaze me. I would have thought her spirit invincible against all assaults of affection. I would have sworn it had, my lady, especially against Benedict. Hath she made her affection known? No, and she swears she never will. That's her torment.
'Tis certain. So your daughter says. Shall I, says she, that have so often counter him with scorn, write to him that I love him? Then down upon her knees she falls, wails, weeps, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedict, God give me patience.
It were good that Benedict knew of it of some other, if she will not discover it.
To what end? Benedict would what make sport of it and torment the lady worse.
She's an excellent, sweet lady.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but loving Benedict. Hero thinks surely she will die if he love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known. Should she make tender of her love, 'tis possible he'll scorn it, for the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit. I am sorry for your niece. I love Benedict well, but I wish he could modestly examine himself to see how unworthy he is to have so good a lady. My lady, will you walk? Dinner is ready. Let us send her to call him into dinner.
If he do not dote her upon this, I will never trust my expectation.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. Love me. Why, it must be requited. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. They say the woman is fair. 'Tis a truth I can bear them witness. And virtuous, 'tis so. I cannot reprove it. And wise, but for loving me. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me, because I have railed so long against marriage. But doth not the appetite alter? When I did say I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Against my will, I am sent to bid you come into dinner.
Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I took no more pains for those thanks, Signor, than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure, then, in the message?
Yea, just so much as you may take upon a knife's point. Very well.
Ha! Against my will, I am sent to bid you come in to dinner. There's a double meaning in that. I took no more pains for those thanks than you took pains to thank me. That's as much to say any pains I take for you is as easy as thanks. If I do not take pity on her, I'm a villain. If I do not love her, I am a fool. I will go get her picture.
No, entirely.
So says the captain and Lord Claudio. But I persuaded them, if they loved Benedict, never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so?
I know he doth deserve everything that may be yielded to a man. But nature never formed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn ride sparkling in her eyes. She cannot love. She is so self-endured.
And it would not be good if she knew of his love, unless she made a sport of it.
Why? You speak the truth. Never yet I saw a man how wise, how noble, how young, how rarely featured, and yet she would spell him backward, and so she turns every man the wrong side out.
To refuse a rare gentleman and Signor Benedict.
He is the only man of Italy, always excepting my dear Claudio.
It's Signor Benedict for shape, for valor, for bearing which goes foremost in report.
I will go to Benedict and counsel him to fight against his passions, to consume away his sighs. It is a better death than to die of monks.
When are you married, madam?
Oh, tomorrow. Come, go in, and I will show thee some attires, and have thy counsel, which is the best to furnish me tomorrow.
Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell. Maiden pride, adieu. No glory lives behind the backs of such. And Benedict, love on. I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand. If thou dost love, my kindness shall incite thee to take our loves up in a holy band. For others say thou dost deserve, then I believe it, better than reportingly.
My captain and sister, if your leisure served, I would speak with you. In private? Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him. Means your lordship to be married tomorrow. You know he does. I know not that when he knows what I know. Why, what's the matter? The lady is disloyal.
Who, Hero?
Even she, Leonardo's hero, your hero, every man's hero.
Disloyal.
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness.
Go but with me tonight. You shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow, wed her. But it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
May this be so?
I will not think it.
I will show you enough. I will disparage her no farther till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Are you good men and true? Yea, or else it were pity, but they should suffer salvation, body and soul. You are thought here to be the most senseless and fit one for the constable to watch. Therefore bear the lantern. This is your charge. You shall comprehend all vagrom men. You are to bid any man stand in the captain's name.
How if it will not?
Why then take no note of him, but let him go and presently call the rest of the watch together, and thank God you are rid of a knave.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, then he is none of the captain's subjects.
True, and they are to meddle with none but the captain's subjects. You shall also make no noise in the streets. We will rather sleep than talk. Why, I cannot see how sleeping should offend. You are to call at all the alehouses. For those that are drunk, get them to bed.
How, if they will not?
Why then, let them alone till they are sober.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you must call to the nurse and bid her still it.
How if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us?
Why then, depart in peace. Let the child wake her with crying.
'Tis very true.
Well, masters, good night. If there be any matter of weight chances, call up me. Come, neighbor.
Let us go sit upon the church bench and then to bed.
One word more. Watch about Signor Leonato's door. For the wedding being tomorrow, there's a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
Conrad!
Some treason. Stand close. I know that goblin. He's been a vile thief these 7 years. I remember his name.
Conrad, I say!
Here, man. I'm at thy elbow.
Stand thee close then, under the house, for it drizzles rain, and I will utter all to thee. I've earned of Joe 1,000 ducats.
Is it possible?
When rich villains have need of poor ones make what price they will. Didst thou not hear somebody?
This was the vandal in the house.
I have tonight wooed Margaret, the lady hero's gentlewoman. She leans me out at her mistress's chamber window, bids me 1,000 times good night. I tell this tale vilely. I shall first tell thee how the captain and Claudio, placed by my master Joe, saw afar off this amiable encounter.
And thought they Margaret was hero?
2 of them did, the captain and Claudio, but the devil my master knew she was Margaret. Partly by her oaths, which first possessed them, and partly by the dark night, which did deceive them, but chiefly by my villainy, which did confirm any slander Joe had made.
We charge you in the captain's name. Stand!
Call up the right master constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that was ever known in the Commonwealth.
Master!
Never speak. We charge you. Let us obey you to go with us.
What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, ma'am, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Yes, in truth, it is, ma'am.
What is it, my good friends?
Goodman Burgess, ma'am, speaks a little off the matter. An old crone, sir, and her wits are not so blunt, as God help I would desire they were, but in faith honest as the skin between her brows.
Yes, I thank God I am as honest as any woman living. That is an old woman, and no honester than I.
Neighbors, you are tedious.
Mary, ma'am, our watch tonight hath taken a couple of errant knaves.
Good old woman, ma'am, she will be talking. As they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. God help us.
Indeed, she comes too short of you.
Gifts that God gives.
I must leave you.
One word, ma'am. Our watch have indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Take their examination yourself and bring it to me. I am now in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It shall be suffigance. Go, good partner, go. We are now to examination these villains.
Beatrice! Beatrice! I'm getting married today!
Verily.
You come hither, my lord, to marry this lady.
No.
To be married to her, friar. You come to marry her. You come hither, my lady, to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you know of any inward impediment why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any, hero?
No, none, my lord. Know you any, count? I dare make his answer none.
Stand thee by, friar. Will you, with free and unconstrained soul, give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back that may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing unless you render her again.
Oh, sweet captain, you learn me noble thankfulness. There, Leonata, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She's but the sigh and semblance of her honor. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were a maid by these exterior shows? But she is none. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, nor to knit my soul into an approved wanton.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wide? Sweet captain, why speak not you? What should I speak? I stand dishonored to have gone about to link my dear friend to a common stale. Oh God, defend me, how upset.
What man was it that talked with you betwixt 12 and 1 yesternight out at your window?
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord! Upon my honor, my sister, myself, and this good count did see her, hear her at that hour last night talk with the ruffian at her chamber window. Pretty lady, I am sorry for thy much misgovernment.
O hero, fare thee well, most foul, most fair, thou pure impiety and impious purity.
Hero! Come, let us go. These things come thus to light smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dead, I think. Death is the fairest cover that could be wished for her shame. No, cousin. Hero, have comfort, lady. Dost thou look up? Yea, wherefore should she not? Wherefore? Why should not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Do not live. Hero, do not open thine eyes.
On my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No. Truly. Although until last night I have this 12th month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed, confirmed. Would the captains lie, and Claudio lie, who loved her so? Hear me a little. In her either hath appeared a fire to burn the errors these captains hold against her maiden truth. Call me a fool. Trust not my age, my reverence, my calling, not my divinity, if this sweet lady lie here not guiltless under some error. Lady, what man is he you are accused of? You know that to accuse me. Oh, my mother, prove you that any man with me conversed at hours on me, refuse me, hate me, torture me to death! There's some strange misprison in the captains.
If their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in Joe, whose spirits toil in villainies.
I know not. Let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here the captains left for dead. Let her while be secretly kept in, and publish that she's dead indeed. What will this do? When Claudio hears that she died upon his word, then shall he mourn, and wish he'd not accused her. And if it sort not well, you may keep her in some reclusive and religious life, out of all eyes.
Lady Leonata, let the friar advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me. 'Tis well consented, and presently away. Come, lady, die to live. The wedding day is perhaps but prolonged. Have patience and endure. Name, friend?
Baraccio.
Write down Baraccio. Yours, Sura?
I'm a lady, sir, and my name is Conrad.
Write down Master, Gentleman, Conrad.
Masters, it is proved already that you are little better than false knaves. How answer you for yourselves?
We say we are none.
Marvelous witty fellow, I assure you, but I'll go out with him. Come, Sura. A word in your ear, I say to you, it is thought you are false knaves.
I say to you, we are none.
For God, they are both in a tale. Have you writ down that there are none?
This man said that Sir Joe there was a villain.
Master Constable.
Pretty fellow, peace. I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
That he had received 1,000 ducats of Joe for accusing the lady hero wrongfully.
Flat burglary, as ever was committed.
Yea, by the mass, that it is!
And that Count Claudio did mean upon his words to disgrace Hero in front of the whole assembly and not marry her.
Oh, villain, thou wilt be condemned to everlasting redemption for this. What else?
Captain Joe was this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused, and upon the grief of this suddenly died.
Master Constables, let these men be bound and brought to Leonatus. I will go before and show her their examination.
Come, let them be pinioned. Off, coxcomb, no naughty varlet, come bind them.
Away. You are an ass.
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? That she were here to write me down an ass. But, masters, remember that I am an ass. Though it be not written down, yet forget not that I am an ass. Ugh.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea. I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason, I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin is wronged.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
A way? No such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office. But not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so much as you. It's not that strange.
As strange as the thing I know not. Or is possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and make him eat it that says I love not you.
Then God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
I was about to protest I loved you.
Do it, with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Sweet Beatrice!
There is no love in you, I pray. Let me go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
He hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman. Bear her in hands until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, slander, rancor. Oh God, that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hear me, Beatrice.
Talk with a man at a window, a proper saying.
Nay, but Beatrice.
She is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone. Oh God, that I were a man or had any friend who would be a man for my sake. Not be a man for wishing. Therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Very good, Beatrice. By this hand I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think you in your soul the Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. I will challenge Claudio. I will kiss your hand and so leave you. Claudio shall render me a dear account. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so farewell.
Anna, senor, what news?
Aw, he looks pale. Art thou sick? Whoa!
You are a villain. I jest not. I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You've killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you.
I will meet you.
My lady, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your sister Jo is fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. For my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest,
Most profound earnest.
and hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
Did he not say my sister is fled? Officer, what offense have these two done?
They have committed false report. They have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanderers. And sixth and lastly, they have belied a lady, and to conclude, they are lying knaves.
This learned constable is too cunning to be understood.
Sweet captain, what your wisdoms could not discover, these shallow fools have brought to light. Jo, your sister, incensed me to slander the lady Hero. They found how you were brought into the orchard and watched me court Margaret in Hero's garments. How you disgraced her when you should marry her. Now the lady is dead upon my and my master's false accusations, and I desire nothing but the reward of a villain.
But did my sister set thee on to this?
Yea, and paid me richly for the practice of it.
She is composed and framed of treachery, and fled she is upon this villainy.
Oh, Hero, thine image doth appear in the semblance that I loved at first.
Come, bring one of the plaintiffs. By this time our verges have performed Lady Leonardo of the matter, and have thought
Which
of
is the villain? Let me see his eyes.
If you would know your wronger, look on me.
Art thou the slave that with thy breath hast killed mine innocent child?
Yea, even I alone.
No, not so, villain. Here stand a pair of honorable folk. A third is fled who had a hand in it. I thank thee, captains, for my daughter's death. You can record it with your high and worthy deeds. 'Twas bravely done if you bethink you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Oppose to me what penance your invention can lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not but in mistaking.
By my soul, nor I. And yet, to satisfy this good woman, I bend under any heavy weight that she'll enjoin me to.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. That were impossible. But I pray you both possess the people here how innocent she died. And then tomorrow morning come to my house. And since you could not be my son-in-law, yet be my nephew. My brother hath a daughter, almost the copy of my own child who's dead, and she alone is the heir to both of us. Give her the honor you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
Oh, noble madam, I do embrace your offer.
Tomorrow morning, then I will expect your coming. Tonight I take my leave.
Moreover, ma'am, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff here, the offender, did call me ass. I beseech you let it be remembered in this punishment.
I thank thee for thy care and honest pains.
Go discharge thee of thy prisoner.
God keep your worship. I humbly give you leave to depart, and if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbors.
Until tomorrow morning.
We will not fail.
Sweet Beatrice, wouldst thou come when I called thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then. Then is spoken. Fare you well.
Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or I will subscribe him a coward.
I pray thee now tell me, for which of my bad parts did you first fall in love for me?
For them all together. But for which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love? I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
In spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. If you spite it for my sake, I will spite it for yours, for I will never love that which my friend hates.
Thou and I are too wise to woo peace. And now tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill too.
Serve God, love me, and mend.
Madam, you must come. It is proved that my lady hero hath been falsely accused. The captain and Claudio mightily abused, and Joe is the author of it all. Will you come presently?
Will you go hear this news, Signor?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee.
Good morrow to this fair assembly. Good morrow, Captain. Good morrow, Claudio. Are you yet determined today to marry with my brother's daughter?
I'll hold my mind. Which is the lady I must seize upon?
The same as she, and I do give you her.
Why then she's mine. Sweet, let me see her face.
No, that you shall not, until you take her hand in front of this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand. Before this holy friar, I'm your husband. If you like me.
And when I lived, I was your other wife. And when you loved, you were my other husband.
Another hero.
Nothing certainer. One hero died defiled. I do live. And as surely as I live, I am a maid.
She died, my lord, but whilst her slander lived. All this amazement can I qualify, when after the holy rites are ended, I'll tell you of fair hero's death. Meantime, let wonder seem familiar into the chapel let us presently.
Soft and fair, friar. I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me or undo me, one of them. Which is Beatrice?
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do you not love me?
No. More than reason.
Why then, your aunt and the captain and Claudio have been deceived, for they swore you did.
Do not you love me?
No, no more than reason.
Well, my cousin Hero and Margaret are much deceived, for they did swear you did.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
I swore you were well nigh dead for me.
'Tis no such matter. Then you do not love me?
No. Truly, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, I'm sure you love the gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon that he loves her.
Come, I will have thee, but by this light I take thee for pity.
I yield upon great persuasion, and partly to save your life, for I was told you were in a consumption.
Peace.
How dost thou benedict the married man?
I'll tell thee what, Captain. Dost thou think I care for a satire or an epigram? No. In brief, since I do purpose to marry, will think nothing to any purpose that the world can say against it, and therefore never flout at me for what I have said against it, for man is a giddy thing. And this is my conclusion. Get thee alive.
Okay.
But keep your wife in God's name. I have done.